Alvarez, man. Great to meet you. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. How about yourself?
I finally found you.
I know you've been looking for me.
Now, I was trying to talk to you at Shutterfest, but I think Shutterfest, with you being busy, everybody being busy, it just never played out. But big fan of your work, man. Can you tell
Thank you.
people that may not know, how would you describe your work?
Creative, different. We love to be vibrant. Shout outs to Kay Alvarez, my wife. I don't know if you met her or not, or you know who she is, but she's responsible for a lot of what we do, both for our creative projects and my clients. So I have to give that, I have to give that shout out. But no, it's creative, it's vibrant, colorful. We like to be dramatic at times. We love to bring out the beauty in people because we do specialize in beauty portraits. But for the most part, creative. Yeah.
And you're based out of Orlando, but you've only been there a couple of years. So where did you?
That's right. So we came from here, New York City.
Okay.
Brooklyn, born and raised, both of us. We love the city. We love the food. We love the culture. This is us. This is home. But yeah, we're in Orlando, Florida now. We absolutely love it. But yeah, it's always good to come back home.
What took you to Orlando?
Many different things. Many different things. The housing market was amazing, so we had a house and we decided to just put it on the market. That's one of the things. We kind of got tired of the snow. Waking up at 7 o'clock in the morning and removing the snow off of your vehicle before you decided to do anything. So we don't have to do that anymore. The tropics, and yeah, just a lot of reasons.
What's been one thing about Florida that caught you by surprise?
People.
In what way? I'm from Florida. It probably would help.
It's just there's a lot of entitlement, man. There's a lot of entitlement. I wasn't expecting that. But besides that, man, it's a fantastic place. Culture thrives. Food definitely thrives, and we're foodies, my wife and I. So it's definitely one of the things that we enjoy the most.
How's Orlando been for you for the creative space? Is it welcoming for that kind of creative photography, or how does that work?
That's a really good question. So when I moved to Florida, I guess I didn't really think it through. I thought I could just pick up and go and just plant it in Orlando and just say, hey, I'm good, But when I did that, when we moved here, I was nothing. I was zero, nobody. And it comes to show you how you have a six-figure company back in New York succeeding, doing great and fantastic, bring you somewhere where you're not known, you're not sure, nobody knows who you are and your branding. So that definitely has been challenging. I'm in a place right now where I'm working hard. The brand is being built, which is, why you see us marketing a lot and just working hard for that. So it's been a little challenging in the beginning, but we're working hard, we're leveling up, and we're just going to keep going.
What's a good tip for someone that may be going through that, right? They're going to move to a new market. What would you advise them on doing either before, during? What would be a great tip?
So the beforehand would be just try your best to start analyzing where you're going to go, how that market works deeply, because, from the outside looking in, you might think it's simple. You might know the market. You might know the audience. It's not. So you have to do a lot of research, save a lot of money if this is what you do full time, because let's be realistic. Photography can be either succeeding or you can fail realistically, right? So save a lot of money, make sure you have a backup plan and work hard. Like, don't give up. It's going to get tired. It's going to get tiring. You're going to get lazy sometimes, things will be challenging, but just keep trying hard and never quit.
And what brought you here to Bild Expo?
So Bild Expo is somewhere I've wanted to come for a long time. I'm big on meeting people, networking, and talking to all sorts of people, whether they be exhibitors or attendees. I also came along with my Imagine family. They're awesome AI coding and editing app. But I came for them and I came for the people who follow me on my YouTube channel and of course my Instagram as well.
How do you feel AI calling and all the editing and whatnot has changed the market, whether it's for event photography, wedding photography, and et cetera? How do you think that's revolutionized that market?
It's revolutionized the market and it's still revolutionizing the market. I think it's fantastic. AI could be a scary place. Look, 6, 7 years ago, I was an artist. I was not a businessman. I felt that I wanted full control of my photography business. I wanted full control of everything that is shot by my camera. And then little by little, I started outsourcing and discovering that side of it. I also needed to become a businessman because if I wanted to make money, I cannot be a starving artist.
Sure.
So eventually I learned that you have to just cope with it because even though you send it out, they still send it back to you. You have to implement your style. You have to implement what you have in your work for people to see it. And it's still yours. So nowadays, fast forward to today, you're not sending it out anymore. AI is doing it for you. And in the case of Imagine, you're doing it. AI is doing it for you with your style. So it's basically you, just a clone of yourself in an electronic way.
It's allowing you to output a lot more.
Absolutely. Yeah. And control it too.
Very true. Very true. Now your better half. Tell me, what is in the whole what you guys do together? What role does she play? Does she also take photos? Does she do design? What does she do in the
She does a little bit of everything, not precisely photos. Makeup is 100% of what she does. So use the so absolutely, I think it comes hand in hand. So makeup, design, headpiece design from start to finish, outfit design. So there's a lot that she does and comes into place for a lot of our work that we do. A lot of people locally to us commission us for portraits and things like that. So sometimes she's doing the hair, she's doing the makeup, she's doing the styling, and much more.
when it comes to these expos and whatnot? I've seen you at other ones. You've been educating workshops and et cetera. Tell me a bit about the educational side of Ray.
Yeah, so I jumped on the educational side of things, especially with my YouTube channel starting out last year at some point. When my second year at Shutterfest came through, and I really was very appreciative of the opportunity that the cicadas have given us to help and educate people in their room and their world. But that kind of blasted it all for me. Hmm. I took it a little more serious because I felt that there was just a piece of education missing in this industry. And when I decided to do it, I promised myself a few things. Be different, right? Because the education is the same at the end of the day.
Right.
But you want to make sure that people understand it in a way that is almost spoon fed to them. And I also learned that people follow my work and people follow the way that I do things, certain things. So that's what I try to teach in my channel is my workflow, what works for me. And I'm going to be very realistic about what works for me in terms of this industry, whether it be lights, whether it be editing, whether it be workflow strategies. Because I've also learned that when I was up and coming, a lot of people sold me nonsense on YouTube or in person and say, yeah, this works, this is good. And I feel like, no, that's BS, man. Like that doesn't work. And I had to experience that. So I'm kind of just giving people the truth out there. And it might not be great for everyone, but I rather be real with you than to lie to you about a product.
Oh, they're following your work, right? If they're following your work and they follow the also the brand, right?
Right.
Brand, the person, the individual. They're getting all your best practices
Exactly.
from all the screw ups that we've done, right? Like I've had plenty myself. So if I were to educate anybody, they're gonna get probably the best of not including all the stuff that cost me money,
Exactly.
people selling me and whatnot. So what is one thing that's resonated with you from the feedback that you've gotten that people tend to like about him?
The realness. The fact that I've walked for them, right? I've walked in their shoes for them. So now I get to tell them, hey, this works, this doesn't work. Go with this product, go with that product, and it's just experience. And to me, that's very important. Is experience, and that applies to both this industry, the behind the scenes part of it for us working photographers, and creatives, and along with the client side of it, right? The client experience you provide to your clients. I'm big on that, and that's why my slogan is: it's not a photo shoot, it's an experience.
Nice, nice. I hear that a lot with the boudoir photography. Yes, too, that they focus more so on how they make the person feel
Right.
because they'll remember the experience, they'll remember the smells, they'll remember how you treated them. More so the photos, yes, they'll have it,
Yeah.
but it's just that memory that makes them want to come back and have it again.
That is absolutely correct. I mean, don't get me wrong. You can create very bad images, and that experience will have referrals coming through your doors. So it's all about that.
Tell me, when it comes to art, is art something that runs in the family for you or is that unique to you?
I think it's a little unique to me. I'm starting to realize that my wife is also artistic in her own way. I'm finding out, that within my family there are some artistic individuals, but I think in this case the photographer side is just me for now.
How's your family reacting to this? You have a big following, so do they see that or do they still see Ray, the kid?
My kids come back from school and they're like, yeah, my colleagues or my friends say that they Google you and they see you all the time, and I'm like, oh, okay, and they think that's pretty cool. So if it makes them happy in some sort of way, that's pretty cool. That's a damn cool. But when we get home, we kind of become the parents, right? The family members. We're no longer a photographer or makeup artist or anything like that. Sometimes we are because so we create content in the house. Sometimes the house is a mess with cameras and soft boxes and things like that. But no, sometimes we clock out and we become those parents and family members and stuff like that.
Do you do any personal projects, Ray?
As in, like photography or personal projects?
Personal projects could be photography, video, could be anything art.
Not all the time. I think the only personal projects would be whatever we create, Kay and I create on our own. That's ours, and not it wasn't commissioned or it wasn't to make a video for YouTube or it wasn't for a specific brand. When it's ours, I would consider that my personal project.
Wonderful, wonderful. I know you have to go. Tell me, where do people find your work?
You can find me anywhere and everywhere under Shoot with Ray.
Shoot with Ray.
So YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, my website, everywhere. Shoot me with Ray.
If anybody wanted to reach out to you, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
Fill out the form on my website.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
You have any questions for me, Ray?
You're awesome, man. I'm glad I met you. I was looking for you too.
Yeah, no. You have screws in your ear?
I don't screw around, man.
No, I saw you walking. I'm like, are those screws? And I'm like, holy moly.
Hold on, I gotta see it for the camera. Hold on, me.
Clever. Absolutely clever.
So yeah, they're earrings, man. It's gonna go worldwide now because I know your podcast is everywhere, right? International.
International with some people everywhere, right?
Yeah.
You know what I like though is the fact that the people that are following me, they follow because they like what I do, right? That's all I like. I have thousands of followers that are not really contributing to anything. So regardless of the fact of how many I have, I appreciate every single one of them because when they see me, they say hi and I try to have a conversation with them.
Yeah.
I think you got to keep that realness to your point with people.
Can I touch on that?
Yeah.
So that's amazing. And I say that because I too am very, very passionate and grateful for each and every single person that has followed me, shown me love, likes my stuff, comments my stuff, is a subscriber to my channel. Everybody who I know out there, shout outs to you. It's very important to do that, maintain that friendship, be humble. Especially now for me, for example, I'm gaining a following, and I think that that's something that you need to stick to. Because at places like this, you see some big league guys and they won't even bat an eye. You say, hey, and they'll treat you like you're nothing. So like, I will never be like that. And I feel like that's important because sometimes we never know somebody's real story and why they got behind the camera, and we can be their heroes without even knowing it.
And not everybody knows the behind the scenes of what it takes to run
Exactly.
the social media side of
Yeah.
things. There's just a lot of work
Absolutely.
behind it. Well, Ray, it's been great talking with you.
Hey, man.
And hey, Kevin, it's been great meeting you behind the camera. So I can't wait to see the behind the scenes. Well, Ray,
Hey,
great talking with you.
thank you, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Thank you.